Hi everybody, today I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just gonna, I don't know, do some makeup. I know I'm gonna do something warm and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which is very warm. Besides that, I'm not really sure, but hopefully it'll turn out super cute. So let's get going. I'm gonna prime my eyes with a bit of concealer, just because I only just like just like use less products, just so that I'm not going back and forth like 1,000 times. And now I'm gonna use the palette, and I'm gonna use a fluffy brush. This is a Nars brush, and I'm gonna use Desert Sand, which is like the light shade in the palette. I'm just gonna start working it on my brow bone and work it down. This is just so that everything blends together very nicely. Now I'm gonna go with Eden, which is like a very beachy pastel shade. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go with it all over, going from my lashes to my crease. And now I'm gonna go with, I'm indecisive between these two shades. I think I'm gonna go with the more orangey shade, which is called Blazing. And same thing, I'm just gonna blend it all the way up to the crease with the same brush. I want to kind of like pull it outwards because I am going to do a wing liner. I kind of want to do it a bit sexy, just because I'm trying to switch it up, you know, like I feel like most of the times I do, ay Dios mío. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So what I was saying is that I kind of want to do like more sexy looks, at least on myself, just because I feel like sometimes I go too childish with all the colors and all that, and the shapes and everything. I do enjoy that Japanese vibe with the big eyes and all that, but sometimes it can be a tiny bit too playful. And don't worry too much about the shape now at this stage, because once we do concealer and all that, it's gonna clean it up and it's gonna look more tidy. Because I feel like sometimes when you're doing eyeshadow, it can look a bit messy at first, and then once you do concealer and lashes and all that, everything comes together and it looks tidier, you know, like it looks prettier. So I'm gonna use this shade here. I don't know how you call this, oud. I don't know, I have no clue. But I am gonna take it with the tip of my brush and I'm gonna place it here, like on the wing of the eyeshadow, just to sort of like emphasize this elongated shape here. And this brush, because it's so tapered, it sort of like helps you define very well. Especially it's great for going in the crease. If you want to do like very precise crease work, this is amazing. Not quite so stiff that it's going to give you a cut crease, but like a very defined, soft crease, if that makes any sense. And if you have a problem like putting on your eyeshadow where you want it to, just like tilt your head back a little bit and then hold your mirror like from underneath. It's going to give you more space to work on. So you're going to see exactly where you're placing the shadow, as opposed to if you're doing it here, which is a great technique if your eyes are hooded, because you can see exactly how they're gonna look when they're open. But this is gonna help you like be more detailed with your placement. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this one here, Angelic. Well, I don't think I'm gonna use this. And I'm gonna use it with a flat brush. And I'm gonna pick it up flat, dust away, and place it in the center. you want to sort of like pack it on so that the color is really intense. You could also wet the brush. I think, in fact, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just using the Beauty Elixir. This is very extra, but it's fine. Oh yes, yes. Okay, now using the same brush that we used before, we're gonna blend the edges. Just make sure that you're not going all over like that. Just like being very precise, blending only the edge. And now, honestly, I don't know where to put the shimmer. Like, I want shimmer, I need it, but I don't know where to put it. Okay, I'm gonna use the shade Bronze in the Natasha Denona Cristal top coat thing. And I'm just gonna do it with my finger because otherwise they don't show up as much. And I'm just gonna place it mainly in the inner corner going upwards. Okay, now I'm gonna put some eyeliner, and I kind of wanted to use lip liner, but I think it's gonna be a bit too much, especially because I still have to go about my day doing stuff. So I'm just gonna use a brown liner, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs. I love this stuff. If you haven't noticed, after trying this, I swear I don't want to use any other. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna line close to the lashes for now. And now I'm gonna lift my brows, so like wing it out, and then fill in. It's fine if this is not so precise because I'm going to blend it out with a brush. So this is kind of like eyeliner, winged eyeliner for dummies. Now let's take the same brush that we used for the outer corner and blend it out. You could even like grab a little more eyeshadow and just go over it. Okay, I grabbed the Q-tip because this is not blending out, so I'm just gonna go over the tip. And I'm gonna take a liquid liner. I'm using the Kat Von D one. And just going over like the edge, the very edge. And then on a brush, I'm gonna pick up some of the gel liner and go over it. Now I'm gonna do the other eye. And don't freak out, like it takes me a while to get it just right, just perfect. I think people like put a lot of pressure on themselves and they think they have to do it all at once. That is not necessarily the case. Okay, now I'm done with the eyes, at least the top part, and I'm gonna do foundation. And I don't want to do a lot of foundation, just because I think the eyes are heavy and I don't really feel like it. So I'm gonna hydrate my face with Caudalie Beauty Elixir spray. And I am gonna put some Lolita Skin Food, just because I'm gonna use mostly concealer. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of foundation, but not a lot. And the Skin Food, I'm just gonna put it here on my cheekbones, and I'm gonna go backwards. I am using the Skin Feels Good foundation. I have like a sample. I've only tried this like a couple times. It feels nice. And I'm gonna use it in the center. I think it's a tiny bit too greasy for me, but since my skin has been drier, I'm hoping that this will work. Okay, that is a very thin layer only in the center of my face. And now I'm gonna do Nars Cream Concealer, and I'm gonna do under my eyes. in the center of my face and a tiny bit on my cheeks just to give me a tiny bit of coverage. And I'm gonna use that mini beauty blender just to blend this in. Honestly, you can use a big one. This is what I have. This is what I have right here. That is wet. So that's what this is about. And to do the inner corner of my eye, just because I find because I'm in such a rush whenever I do my makeup, I tend to forget this area right here, and I end up leaving the house with dark circles in the inner corner. It's not cute. And I'm using the edge of the beauty blender just to press it on there and make the edge very defined. I'm gonna do highlighter, and I know it seems kind of odd, but I just want a very glossy type look, and I feel like going over my foundation and my more liquid products with the highlighter gives me that glossy finish without having to use maybe an actual gloss on the face or a cream highlighter. Okay, so I'm gonna take a setting brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just gonna dust away the excess. And the other day I saw in a tutorial that the more you buff out the highlighter, the glossier it looks. And I tried it on my hand, and it's actually true. I guess it looks more integrated with the skin, one with the skin, instead of sitting on top of it. And I'm gonna contour my nose. And I've been obsessing over this. This is the Kevyn Aucoin liquid contour. I use it all the time in my stories when I do tutorials on there. And it's just so good. You can see it on the skin, which is perfect, right? If you're doing contour, you don't want people to see the harsh lines. It's just not cute. You want to give the illusion that you have thinner features without giving away the secret. Okay, now I'm gonna finish off the eyes, and I'm gonna go back to the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm gonna take a small brush. This is kind of a generic Too Faced brush that came in a palette, but something like the the Sephora Pro number 18 smudge brush is good. And I'm just shading under my eyes just to give a tiny bit more definition there. And I'm using Better Than Sex. I have a love-hate relationship with this mascara. It's so good, the effect is so amazing. It's just, its smudge is so bad, so I find myself having to use it only on the top and then using something on the bottom, which is kind of annoying, you know. I'm more like a one-stop shop type girl. I'm kind of lazy with my makeup, funnily enough. But it's just so good that sometimes, you know, you just have to, so dramatic. As if it was a matter of life or death. And now, Marc Jacobs under. Okay, now I'm gonna do a tiny bit of bronzer. I don't want a lot. I don't really want to make this look super extravagant. And I'm gonna take a huge brush, and this is sadly discontinued. I don't think that they sell this makeup line anymore anywhere in the world. But you can find this anywhere. Actually, a good dupe for this is the Eco Tools. Oh no, Essence. It's a huge soft brush. I don't want to do my brows just because my bangs are so long now. You can even see them. So I'm just gonna leave them as is. I am gonna use a tiny bit of blush, and I'm using this shade here by Surratt. It's called Cherubique. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of it. I don't want a lot. I don't want this to be a very blushy look at all. Okay, this is the third try. Let's see. I'm using Lolita by Kat Von D. This lip looks amazing with kind of everything. So I'm hoping this will be it. I'm just gonna go over the edges with a Q-tip just to break the line, because I want the lip to look more effortless, as the eyes are very, like, they have a lot of stuff, a lot of detail, a lot going on. So now I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of concealer and just gonna work around my mouth, not to give me like a very defined edge, but more to clean. Because I was doing a lot of like, I switched my lipstick a lot of times, like the edges of the lips get kind of like grubby and dirty. So I'm just cleaning all of that. Cool. I actually really like this. This is really nice. A lot more makeup than what I'm used to doing, but because I'm keeping the lip very smudged out and the skin very natural, I don't think it looks like I'm wearing like 300,000 layers of makeup. And I'll see you soon.